We will now score Trump along 6 widely recognized traits of sociopathy, and we will see whether or not he fits the bill. Now, you might not like the guy, but we still need to be objective. One of the main reasons why he's got so many adoring fans is that he can be highly charming and charismatic. And along his campaign, he has had a few historical comebacks. Here are a few of them.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
What you would say to President Obama.
You're fired.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Number 2, pathological lying. This would actually not need any examples. However, what's very telling for me is that Trump often lies on topics where clear data and statistics are available. Here are a couple of examples.
I guess it was the biggest electoral college win since Ronald Reagan. We have become an energy exporter for the first time ever.
Number 3, grandiose sense of self, which, by the way, is also a strong indicator of narcissism, and again, it's another clear checkmark. Here are a few examples.
The greatest jobs president that God ever created, I tell you. You know where their United States headquarters is located? In this building, in Trump Tower. Nobody can do it like me. Nobody. Nobody can do it like me. Honestly.
Nobody's stronger than me.
Nobody has better toys than I do. Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Number 4, impulsiveness. To use Trump's own beloved hyperboles, there has probably never been in the history of the world a more impulsive president. Here are a couple of examples.
President Trump warning Rouhani in all caps, never ever threaten the United States again or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before.
Yesterday, the president tweeted, just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer.
Usually, sociopaths in a suit try to keep their aggression under wraps. However, even here it's quite clear that Trump vibes well with both aggression and violence.
I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will.
Maybe he should have been roughed up because it was absolutely disgusting what he was doing.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. In the good old days, this doesn't happen because they used to treat them very, very rough. And when they protested once, you know, they would not do it again so easily. Oh, but I would have been boom, 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 I'll beat that.
Inciting violence is never a good sign in a leader. However, it reaches a whole new scale of danger when it involves the threat of wars and nuclear weapons. Unluckily, we've already seen that before.
Will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it's a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
And finally, the most important part, Machiavellianism. I personally believe that Trump is the prince of Machiavellianism. Here are just but 2 examples.
No action. What I've seen up here, I mean, first of all, this guy's a choke artist and this guy's a liar. You have a combination. You have a combination of factors. He can't do it for the obvious reason, and he can't do it because he doesn't know how to tell the truth.
What do you notice here? Trump is in the middle, which is an obvious advantage, but there is more. Trump talks over his opponents and he never stops until he wins, which is a sign of dominance. Trump also never looks at them, which communicates superiority. Cruz and Rubio instead look at Trump or gesticulate towards him. Cruz and Rubio are criticizing Trump verbally, but what they are communicating with their body language is that Trump is the leader, and undecided voters tend to vote for the leader. And now 2 examples from the debates.
But the politicians haven't done anything about it. Now, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, yes, is that okay? Good. I want you to be very happy. It's very important to me. But in all fairness to Secretary Clinton, when she started talking about this, it was really very recently. She's been doing this for 30 years. And why hasn't she made the agreements better?
Have you noticed what happened here? Trump laid a huge trap for Clinton. He starts by saying, in all fairness to Secretary Clinton. He makes it sound as if he's about to make a compliment. And then he says, am I right? Right? He basically prodding her to confirm. Clinton, like most empathetic people, smiles and nods. And then Trump proceeds to attack her. Now the funny thing is that for most people watching, since Clinton nodded and smiled, they feel like Clinton agreed with the attack. This is next level manipulation. Here is another example.
And Hillary, I just ask you this. You've been doing this for 30 years. Why are you just thinking about these solutions right now? For 30 years you've been doing it, and now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring back jobs.
Trump pretends that he's posing a question, but as soon as Clinton begins reply, he immediately cuts her off. Trump looks dominant. Hillary Clinton looks dominated, lost, and at his mercy. When undecided voters are still thinking who to cast their ballot for, usually they do not vote for the candidate who looks lost, browbeaten, and dominated.
You've been doing it, and now you're just starting to think of solutions.
Well, actually,
I will bring back jobs. You can't bring back jobs.
Well, actually, I have thought about this quite a bit.
Yeah, for 30
and
years.
I have, well, not quite that long.
There is more, but you see where I'm going. The point I am making here is that the crucial reason why Trump won the presidency is that his opponents were unprepared to meet him at his high level of callousness, manipulation, and Machiavellianism. Unluckily, this goes well beyond the US elections. Same dynamics are at play in every single business, every single organization, every single day, the whole world over. I would like you to think about it. A world where the rise to power is made easier for people who have no conscience, no moral, and no empathy. This is not the best world to live in. We can do better. I believe that what we need are fundamentally good people who know how to act evil. Fundamentally good people who can sniff out evil, play at the same game, and win. For their own sake as well, of course, but for the sake of the whole society. Because when bad people win and good people lose, we all lose. My final appeal to you is this. Let's all learn to be selectively bad so that we can all win together. Thank you.